Hey, welcome. This is Mark McNutt here, the day before the fall equinox, and we're here at Living Well Center. And I'm here to speak with you about the astrological update for now. So, we the new moon was on the September 18th in Virgo, and the new moon is a time, of course, of new beginnings. This one, Sun and Moon in Virgo in trine, very favorable, very harmonizing. Now, that's not quite the right word, but very flowy with this Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter conjunction. Good news: Jupiter came out of retrograde. Saturn's about to come out of retrograde on the 28th, and Pluto on the 4th of October. So these three planets that were in Capricorn have been in Capricorn all year long, conjuncting each other and messing with us, and also providing new opportunities. Three planets are moving to a place of flipping what they're all about. So basically, this being the fall equinox tomorrow, we're about to go into a time where the opposites happen, where everything's topsy turvy, but it's flipping in a new way. Now, what does that mean for you? It doesn't necessarily mean relief, but it can. It's it's an opportunity to look at the other side, to see the other side of the rainbow, if you will, and to see the other side of the darkness that we've been having lately. Now, here in the Northwest, where I live, um, we were we've been surrounded by fire. We've been smoked out. My heart goes out to the many tens of thousands of people who have lost their home, and there's been a lot of challenges through the fires in the last few weeks. The fires occurring as Mars is starting its retrograde in square with the Capricorn planets, and there was a T square involving Venus. Now there's a T square involving Mercury. So the stress points are not going away. But the but this is a very dynamic time, and this is a time where the energy is flipping in a new direction. Now, what does that mean for you? It means different things for different people. There's a lot going on politically right now. I don't want to. Privately, we could have a nice conversation over tea or beer or whatever about those things. But best to say, that things are changing drastically right now. Pay close attention. Pay close attention to what you need to know for this. What you need to do. What as as some doors close, some other doors open, and it's inevitable. There's definitely a flipping of the energy that occurs at the fall equinox, at each equinox. Equinox means equal night, so the implied in that is equal day as well. And so in this here in the northern hemisphere, the fall equinox is a day early this year. You're like, wait a minute, I thought it was the 23rd. It's the morning of the 22nd because of leap year, this being leap year, and and it's the time when we go from the daytime magic, the daytime energy, the full sun into the reflection that goes on in the inner realm of the night sky, and that's going to be more and more prevalent, of course, as the seasons progress. So, so what's important about this is each fall equinox is a time of kind of looking at the other side of things, looking at the what you didn't look at, turning over something, and looking at the soft white underbelly, if you will. So I'm here talking to you with my friend Uncler, and which I brought for strength. And during these Capricorn, all the Capricorn planets and all the Earth planets, I thought I'd bring an earthy object with me. And so fundamental change on Earth plane. I guess that's one way to put it. Now, the fire element here in Oregon is very strong. I spent 11 summers as a woodland firefighter myself and got to really, really, really respect fires. Now I lead fire walks, not because I've mastered fire, but because I've learned to have a healthy relationship with it. And that's a theme of when the energy goes into Libra is about healthy relationships. And so as we're looking at the other side, we're looking at new ways of relating with each other. And so here again in Oregon, there's a lot of people are recognizing the strength of community, and saying, well, I've got this thing. What does this other person need? And um, under the aspects where with Pluto being so strong, everybody's going through a transformation, and each person's story with that is different, but the energy is moving into a place where it's going to fuel and energize new choices, and these are going to play out over the next over the fall and the winter quarter, and by the time middle of winter, Aquarius times, Imbolc, Breed's Mass, by the time that rolls around in the beginning of February, there's a whole new spectrum that's been going to be invented and created. So it's a time when we could cooperate with each other, and it's also a time where Mars retrograde shows us how we're not cooperating with each other, and demonstrates the personal interest. So we're looking at the month of Libra with the choice of the crossroads of how to cooperate with each other, how to find a relationship, how to find balance, and um, we're also looking at the Mars in Aries, the full moon in Aries. It's going to be a time when uh, many of us will be very aware of what our own self interest is. That's a good way to put it. And Mars retrograde is often the dark side of what that is. Um, there's it's not the best time for peace, love, and understanding. Generally, with Mars and Aries retrograde, but it is a time when we can cast off the demons of what no longer serves, and what the short-sightedness of our own selfish behavior. The fires are a lesson for a lot of us. The back east, we're having the storms, and it's getting stormier. Um, this I want to say, hey, and then the sun comes out and rainbows and all that other stuff, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a few months. So this next month, think of how you can look at things differently. Think of how you can walk a mile in another person's shoes. Think of what you can do to help out. Because the balance to selfishness is the collective, is people. And recognize who our strong relations are and love those relations. Um, Starting in Sun and Moon in Virgo, it's a time to build new things. It's a time to work towards something. So let's pick up the pieces together. Let's and let's create a new world, because that the old world is it is truly falling apart. Um, that doesn't have to be doom and gloom. It can be the excitement of something new. So let's look at it that way. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how the movie plays out in the next few months, because it's the most interesting time on the planet. So wishing you well from a place of nature. We're not burned here, and grateful to have a sanctuary and to have a place where the animals are literally frolicking. Maybe too many of them sometimes. There's cougar and bear here right now, but wishing for balance with all the other animals and people who have been so troubled lately. Blessed be.